The 1959 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel might appear modest at first glance, but in the world of rare coins, appearances can be deceiving. While millions of these 5-cent pieces were struck and circulated across the United States, a small subset, particularly those in pristine condition or bearing striking mint errors, have become prized collector's items. In recent years, the value of some 1959 Jefferson nickels with no mint mark has skyrocketed, with certain rare examples fetching as much as $74,000 in the numismatic market. This incredible jump in worth is attributed to factors like condition, rarity, grading certification, and unusual minting characteristics. Collectors and investors alike are realizing that even relatively modern coins from the mid-20th century can command impressive prices under the right circumstances. To understand the true value of the 1959 Jefferson nickel, it's important to first understand its origins. The Jefferson nickel series began in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel, designed by Felix Schlag. The obverse features a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, with the word liberty to the left, the date 1959 to the right, and no mint mark, indicating it was minted in Philadelphia. The reverse shows Jefferson's home, Monticello, along with the inscriptions E pluribus unum, United States of America, and 5 cents. The coin is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, weighs 5.00 grams, and measures 21.2 in diameter. Although these technical details are standard, the value comes in when you look closer, much closer, at the finer aspects of the coin's strike, surface, and preservation. The Philadelphia Mint, where this no-mint mark version originated, produced over 27 million Jefferson nickels in 1959. While that may sound like a large number, only a tiny fraction of those coins remain in flawless uncirculated condition. Even fewer qualify for top-tier grading designations like MS67 or higher by PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC Numismatic Guarantee Company. A 1959 nickel-graded MS67 or above is exceptionally rare. The reason? The quality control in 1950s minting wasn't as stringent as today, and most coins experienced heavy handling, circulation wear, or storage damage. As a result, truly pristine specimens are almost unheard of. That's what makes them so valuable. What elevates a 1959 no-mint mark nickel to be worth $74,000 or more? The answer lies in a combination of perfect condition, rarity, and sometimes dramatic mint errors. Coins graded MS67 full steps, meaning that all 6 steps of Monticello are clearly visible without wear, are considered numismatic masterpieces. Only a few examples have achieved this elite grade, and they're fiercely pursued by serious collectors. When a full-step specimen is auctioned, the competition can be fierce, with final bids skyrocketing past $20,000, and if the coin features an error or exceptional luster, the price can soar to $74,000 or beyond. Mint errors are another exciting factor. A coin struck off-center with a double die error, broad struck through grease, or even struck on the wrong planchette can become a one-of-a-kind treasure. These errors are rare and often go unnoticed until years later when collectors spot the anomaly. For instance, a 1959 Jefferson nickel struck on a cent planchette, which is smaller and made of different metal, sold at auction for over $40,000. Other known errors include off-center strikes, where a portion of the design is missing, or die clashes, where ghostly images appear due to dies hitting each other without a planchette between them. The importance of coin grading and authentication cannot be overstated. A 1959 Jefferson nickel submitted to PCGS or NGC for certification stands a chance to reveal just how rare and valuable it is. A grading result of MS66, MS67, or above, especially with full steps, can instantly multiply a coin's value. Additionally, encapsulation in a certified holder not only protects the coin from further damage but also guarantees its authenticity, crucial when dealing with coins valued in the thousands or tens of thousands. Collectors often ask, why is the 1959 issue specifically so special compared to earlier or later Jefferson nickels? The answer lies in transitional minting characteristics. The late 1950s and early 1960s were a time of evolving technology and shifting standards at US mints. As a result, coins from this era occasionally exhibit exceptional die strikes, sharp details, or planchette inconsistencies that make them unique. Additionally, the low survival rate of gem-quality 1959 nickels means the few that remain stand out significantly. It's also important to consider the historical context of the 1959 Jefferson nickel. America was entering a period of great social, political, and economic change, moving from the post-World War II era into the civil rights movement and the space age. Coins from this time carry not just monetary value but historical resonance. Owning a coin like the 1959 Jefferson nickel connects collectors with a pivotal moment in American history. For everyday people, it may seem unbelievable that a simple 5-cent coin could be worth more than a luxury car. But the coin collecting world operates on principles of rarity, condition, and demand. A lucky individual who unknowingly preserved a pristine 1959 nickel in a drawer, coin roll, or bank envelope could be sitting on a small fortune. Stories have emerged of collectors finding overlooked Jefferson nickels in old coin jars, estate sales or inheritances, only to discover that their coin was worth tens of thousands of dollars after professional appraisal and grading. The rise of online coin auctions and global collector platforms has only increased the visibility and competitiveness of rare coins like the 1959 no-mint mark nickel. Reputable auction houses such as Stack's, Bowers, Heritage Auctions, and Great Collections frequently feature Jefferson nickels, and when a gem-quality 1959 is listed, it often becomes the centerpiece of the auction. Record-breaking sales have reinforced the idea that modern-era coins, especially when preserved perfectly, can reach impressive values. If you believe you might own a 1959 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel, or you're on the hunt for one, be sure to examine the coin carefully for condition, strike sharpness, especially on the Monticello steps, luster, and any visible errors. Comparing it with certified examples can help determine its potential. If the coin appears untouched or uniquely struck, it's worth having it graded by PCGS or NGC. And if it checks all the right boxes, pristine surface, sharp details, rare strike, or visible error, right, might just be worth $74,000 or more. Ultimately, the 1959 Jefferson nickel reminds us that numismatic value isn't just reserved for centuries-old coins. Even 20th century American currency has the potential to become rare, historic, and incredibly valuable in today's collector market. From its elegant design and mid-century origin to its potential for ultra-rare grades and dramatic mint errors, the 1959 no-mint mark nickel stands tall as a shining example of hidden treasure in American coinage. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a curious enthusiast, this coin proves that even a humble nickel can hold priceless potential. Next up, the 1981D Jefferson nickel is a fascinating coin that has garnered growing attention from collectors and investors alike. Minted in Denver, the D mint mark beneath the date signifies its origin, and while billions of nickels are produced annually, only a select few survive in exceptional condition or with unique features that elevate their value to thousands of dollars. The 1981D Jefferson nickel is a prime example of how modern-era coins can surprise collectors with unexpected worth, especially when graded in high mint state or found with rare minting errors. In recent years, select examples of this coin have fetched up to $4,000 in auctions and private sales, a significant leap for a denomination typically overlooked in circulation. To appreciate why this nickel is so valuable, we need to look at the background. The Jefferson nickel has been in continuous production since 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. The design, created by Felix Schlog, was initially selected through a public competition and has stood the test of time. The obverse features a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson with the inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the year 1981, along with the D mint mark signifying production at the Denver Mint. On the reverse, we find Jefferson's iconic Virginia estate, accompanied by the inscriptions "E Pluribus Unum, United States of America," and 5 cents. This iconic design remained unchanged until the Westward Journey nickel series of the 2000s. In 1981. The Denver Mint struck over 676 million Jefferson nickels. While that production figure seems massive, the rarity of the 1981D nickel lies not in mintage numbers but in preservation and condition. Most of these coins went directly into circulation, experiencing heavy use, scratches, and loss of luster. However, a very small percentage escaped, whereby being stored in rolls, mint sets, or coin folders soon after production. When coins from this batch are found in pristine condition, especially with the full steps designation, they become extremely desirable among collectors. The full steps designation refers to the sharpness of the Monticello steps on the reverse of the coin. For a Jefferson nickel to qualify as full steps, all 6 steps of the building must be fully struck and visible, without interruptions, nicks, or blurring. Due to the minting process, full step specimens are quite rare, especially for coins from the early 1980s. This makes 1981D full steps nickels particularly valuable. Coins that grade MS66F's mint state 66 full steps or higher by grading companies like PCGS and NGC can reach auction prices as high as $4,000, depending on eye appeal, strike quality, and collector demand. Another factor contributing to the 1981D Jefferson nickel's value is the presence of minting errors and die varieties. Some notable error types include off-center strikes, double dies, clipped planchets, broad strikes, and die cracks. These errors are often visually striking and make the coin one of a kind. For example, a 1981D nickel with an off-center strike of 10 to 20% while maintaining a clear date and mint mark could command several hundred to thousands of dollars. Similarly, double die obverse or reverse errors where parts of the design appear duplicated are especially valuable if dramatic and easily noticeable to the naked eye. Condition is king in numismatics. A 1981D Jefferson nickel in circulated condition typically carries little to no premium above face value. However, coins graded MS65 or higher, especially with the full steps designation, enter an entirely different category. The Grading Services PCGS Professional Coin Grading Service and NGC Numismatic Guarantee Company have only certified a limited number of 1981D nickels in MS66, full steps or higher. This scarcity is what drives up the price to $4,000 or more. Even a single grade point difference can mean hundreds or even thousands of dollars in market value. The eye appeal of a coin also matters significantly. Collectors often seek nickels with strong luster, original surfaces, minimal contact marks, and a bold strike. Toning, especially attractive rainbow or golden toning, can increase a coin's desirability and value. The beautifully toned 1981D Jefferson nickel with sharp details and a clean surface could break auction records simply due to its unique visual presentation. What also makes this coin interesting is the context of 1981 in American numismatics. This was the last full year before the introduction of the P mint mark on Philadelphia coins in 1982. And during this time, changes in minting quality and composition standards were starting to take shape. Coins from the early 1980s, especially from Denver, often exhibit sharper strikes than their Philadelphia counterparts. As a result, the 1981D nickel is among the more likely candidates from the era to yield full steps examples, albeit still rarely. There is also growing collector demand for modern-era nickels, a trend that has intensified in recent years with older key-date Jefferson nickels becoming harder to acquire. Many collectors are turning to conditional rarities coins that are common in lower grades but rare in high mint state with full steps. The 1981D fits this category perfectly. It may not be a low mintage issue, but when found in top condition, its rarity rivals coins from earlier decades. Collectors and investors alike now monitor online platforms like eBay, grade collections, and heritage auctions, where graded 1981D Jefferson nickels often surface. When a coin with full steps designation and top-grade certification appears, it typically attracts multiple bidders. This strong market activity has helped solidify the coin's reputation as a modern-era sleeper hit, with impressive returns for those who identified its potential early on. If you happen to own a 1981D Jefferson nickel, closely inspect it under magnification, check for full steps, confirm there are minimal surface blemishes, and assess the coin's overall eye appeal. If the coin looks uncirculated and sharp, consider submitting it to PCGS or NGC for grading. A high result could turn a humble nickel into a $4,000 asset. It's always worth reviewing coin rolls, mint sets, and inherited collections. You never know what treasures may be waiting. In conclusion, the 1981D Jefferson nickel represents a compelling case study in modern numismatics. Its high production figures mask the true rarity of premium-grade examples. With the right combination of condition, full steps, and potentially a dramatic error, this nickel transforms from pocket change. Next up, the 1922 $1 coin, widely known as the Peace Dollar, is one of the most iconic and historically significant silver coins in American numismatic history. While most of these coins are relatively common in circulated condition, rare varieties and superb uncirculated examples of the 1922 Peace Dollar can command astronomical prices, some reaching $44,000 or more at auction. This remarkable value is rooted not just in its silver content but in its symbolism. It's striking, with design and the rarity of certain die variations or mint state specimens. Designed by Anthony DeFrancisci, the Peace Dollar was created to commemorate the end of World War I and represent peace after the Great War. Its design broke from traditional Liberty representations and instead introduced a bold, youthful depiction of Lady Liberty with a radiant crown inspired by the Statue of Liberty. The reverse side features a majestic bald eagle perched on a rock, clutching an olive branch with the word peace inscribed beneath it, a powerful image of strength and hope. The 1922 Peace Dollar was only the second year of issue for the series, which replaced the Morgan dollar after its final production in 1921. Over 51 million Peace Dollars were minted in 1922, by far the highest mintage of the entire series. However, not all of these coins are created equal. The Philadelphia Mint struck the bulk of these, with no mint mark, and while circulated coins from this year are common, it is the high-grade mint state examples, especially those graded MS66 to MS67 by PCGS or NGC, that are exceedingly rare and can reach $44,000 or more, particularly if they exhibit strong luster, minimal contact marks, and a sharp strike. One such coin, graded MS67+, sold for over $38,000, and another specimen with exceptional eye appeal and near-perfect surfaces fetched $44,000 in a high-profile numismatic auction. There is also a particularly rare die variant known as the 1922 high-relief Peace Dollar, a holdover from the 1921 issue. In 1921, the coins were struck in high relief, resulting in a dramatic three-dimensional appearance, but this led to excessive die wear and minting difficulties. The U.S. Mint lowered the relief in 1922, and most coins from that year were struck in low relief. However, a few 1922 coins exist in high relief, likely from early trial strikes before the official design change. These 1922 high-relief piece dollars are extremely rare and considered patent coins. Authentic examples can easily surpass the $44,000 mark, with some commanding well over $100,000 depending on grade and provenance. Minting quality also varies significantly. Among 1922 piece dollars, while most show weakness in strike, those with strong strikes, full details in Liberty's hair and the eagle's feathers, and brilliant mint luster are highly desirable. Collectors place a premium on coins with satin surfaces, wells, designs, and clear fields. Another notable factor is the presence of die breaks, doubled dies and planchet floors, all of which can add significant value. For example, a 1922 piece dollar with a clear die clash or a doubled inscription has sold for thousands of dollars, even in circulated grades. These varieties are often overlooked by casual collectors, making it possible to find valuable coins hiding in plain sight. The piece dollar is composed of 90% silver and 10% copper, weighing 26.73 grams with a diameter of 38.1 millimeters. Its substantial silver content makes it popular with bullion investors as well. But it is the numismatic demand, rather than the silver melt value, that drives rare 1922 piece dollars to extraordinary prices. Coins that have been certified and slabbed by PCGS Professional Coin Grading Service or NGC Numismatic Guarantee Company are especially sought after, as this ensures authenticity, grade accuracy, and better market performance at auctions and private sales. Collectors also pursue proof-like specimens, which are coins that, while not officially proofs, display mirror-like fields and frosty devices due to early die states. A proof-like 1922 piece dollar from a fresh die can show incredible eye appeal and has, in some cases, sold for over $25,000. Additionally, toning the natural coloration that forms on silver coins over time can greatly impact desirability. Beautiful rainbow or golden toning often enhances the coin's allure, especially if it appears naturally and symmetrically on both obverse and reverse. Numismatically, the 1922 piece dollar occupies a special place in U.S. coinage because it reflects a pivotal moment in American history. After the devastation of World War I, this coin became a national symbol of hope, peace, and economic renewal. The introduction of the word peace on a U.S. coin was unprecedented and remains one of the most evocative inscriptions in American currency history. For this reason, the piece dollar series holds both aesthetic and patriotic appeal. And 1922 is among the key years due to its transitional nature between high and low relief designs. Modern collectors have continued to fuel demand for high-quality 1922 piece dollars. With the rise of online marketplaces like eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections, these coins are now more visible than ever, and prices reflect that heightened competition. Even those who aren't traditional coin collectors are becoming interested in numismatics due to viral social media posts and YouTube videos highlighting the potential of finding a rare 1922 piece dollar in old collections or inherited coin albums. This surge in public interest has helped drive prices for premium examples higher, including those reaching $44,000 or more when they check the boxes of rarity, grade, eye appeal, and provenance. If you're hoping to identify a valuable 1922 piece dollar, start by examining the strike quality, surface preservation, and presence of any rare varieties or errors. Check the coin's edges for uniformity, confirm the absence of damage or cleaning, and inspect under magnification for doubling, die cracks, or clash marks. If the coin appears promising, it's well worth submitting to a grading service. Even coins graded MS-65 can bring substantial premiums, but MS-66 and above open the door to serious collector bidding wars. In conclusion, the 1922 piece dollar is much more than a silver coin. It's a tangible piece of American history and a symbol of post-war optimism. While most 1922 piece dollars are common in lower grades, it's the exceptional coins, those in pristine condition, featuring rare strike characteristics, or linked to historical die variants, that can skyrocket in value, reaching up to $44,000. These coins are proof that even a widely minted issue can become a numismatic treasure when combined with rarity, condition, and collector passion. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a curious newcomer, the 1922 piece dollar remains a fascinating and potentially rewarding coin to study, search for, and collect. Next up, the 1906 half dollar, part of the beloved Barber half dollar series, holds a powerful place in American numismatic history. While millions were minted during that year, finding a well-preserved mint-state 1906 Barber half dollar is no easy feat, making this coin a highly sought-after treasure for collectors today. In fact, exceptional specimens of this coin, especially those graded MS-66 or higher, have achieved auction prices up to $33,000. What makes this coin truly stand out isn't just its silver content or age, but the combination of intricate design, minting location, preservation status, and collector demand that drives its high market value. In 2025, the 1906 Barber $1/2 was struck during a period of significant industrial and political change in the United States. The coin is named after its designer, Charles E. Barber, who served as the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint. His portrait of Liberty on the obverse is dignified and classically inspired, featuring Liberty facing right, wearing a Phrygian cap and laurel wreath symbolizing freedom and victory. The reverse displays the majestic heraldic eagle, grasping arrows and an olive branch, mirroring the Great Seal of the United States. This artistic blend of classicism and patriotism gives the Barber $1/2 its timeless appeal. The 1906 $1/2 was produced at 3 mints: Philadelphia No Mint Mark, Denver D, and San Francisco S. Of these, the Philadelphia issue is the most common, while the 1906S and 1906D varieties are more difficult to find in high grades, especially with full details. Collectors highly prize coins that show full definition in Liberty's hair and the eagle's feather straights that are often weak due to the coin's relatively shallow strike. As a result, well-struck examples with frosty luster and few contact marks are extremely rare and can fetch upwards of $33,000 in the current collector market. It's important to note that Barber $1/2 are particularly difficult to find in mint condition because they were heavily used in commerce throughout the early 20th century. Most coins from this era were subject to years of circulation, and very few were set aside by collectors. That scarcity of high-grade survivors explains the significant premium attached to uncirculated coins. A 1906 Barber $1/2 graded MS66 by PCGS with a clean original surface and brilliant luster recently sold for nearly $31,000, while another example, with even more eye appeal and perfect centering, reached $33,000 in a heritage auction. While these coins contain 90% silver and weigh 12.5 grams, their metal value alone does not account for their worth. It is the combination of historical significance, aesthetic charm, limited surviving population, and certified condition that drives collectors to pay thousands for a single example. Moreover, coins that feature natural rainbow toning, full rims, and no signs of cleaning or damage can command even higher premiums. Eye appeal is a major factor in today's market, and collectors often pay more for beautifully toned coins with original surfaces. The story of the 1906 $1/2 extends beyond its design and composition. It also connects to American history. In 1906, Theodore Roosevelt was president, and the United States was cementing its place as a growing world power. The San Francisco earthquake occurred that year, a historic event that destroyed much of the mint's equipment. Despite this setback, the San Francisco Mint still managed to produce Barber coins, including the 1906S $1/2. Coins from this branch mint are especially interesting to collectors due to the historical context and relative scarcity. Over the past few decades, grading services like PCGS and NGC have become vital in the coin industry. Coins certified by these organizations give buyers confidence in authenticity and condition, which is especially critical for high-value coins like the 1906 $1/2. Even coins graded 058, almost uncirculated, can reach several $1,000s, while those in MS6 for MS66 range cross into the high five-figure territory. In fact, population reports show that only a handful of coins exist in MS66 or better, making this a true rarity in top condition. In 2024, an MS67 Barber $1/2 from 1906 would likely be one of the top coins in any serious U.S. collection. Numismatic experts also watch for varieties and errors that can dramatically increase a coin's value. For the 1906 $1/2, known varieties include repunched, mint marks, doubled dies, and die cracks, all of which enhance collector interest. These varieties are not always easy to detect without magnification, but experienced numismatists and grading services can authenticate and catalog these distinctions. An error or variety coin certified by a reputable grading company could skyrocket in value, depending on rarity and condition. Collectors also take great interest in original mint sets that include the 1906 Barber $1/2 along with the Barber Diamond Quarter from the same year. When preserved together, such sets become historical time capsules and can dramatically increase overall value. These coin sets, often housed in custom displays or archival albums, are sometimes passed down through generations and only appear at auction once in a lifetime. In terms of investment potential, coins like the 1906 Barber $1/2 are considered blue-chip assets in the numismatic world. Unlike modern commemoratives or bullion coins, Barber halves, especially those in top condition, have a proven record of increasing in value. Collectors and investors alike understand the stability and prestige these coins bring, especially in portfolios that include early 20th century silver coinage. Demand continues to rise for classic American coins, particularly as new generations of collectors enter the hobby through social media, YouTube channels, and online auctions. For those lucky enough to own a 1906 $1/2 in pristine condition, it is strongly recommended to get it graded and insured. Uncertified coins risk being undervalued or damaged, while a certified example from PCGS or NGC is easier to sell, trade, or display. Heritage auctions, Stax, Bowers, and great collections have all handled high-grade 1906 half dollars with exceptional results, often exceeding their estimated values when bidding wars erupt. In conclusion, the 1906 Barber half dollar is more than just a piece of silver. It is a symbol of a bygone era in American coinage, from its elegant design and historical minting locations to its scarcity in high grades and the compelling stories tied to its production. The 1906 half dollar has every element that makes a coin truly collectible. With market values reaching up to $33,000, this coin remains a must-have for serious collectors and a strong investment for the future. Whether tucked away in a safety deposit box or proudly displayed in a certified holder, the 1906 half dollar tells a story of American resilience, artistry, and enduring value that no modern coin can replicate. Next up, the 1886 $1 coin, famously known as the 1886 Morgan silver dollar, is one of the most iconic pieces of American numismatic history. Struck during the heart of the Morgan dollar era, this coin embodies both the artistry of late 19th century coinage and the robust silver production boom of the post-Civil War United States. While millions were minted in 1886, only a tiny fraction survive today in pristine, uncirculated condition, making this coin a true rarity. Collectors worldwide pursue high-grade examples with full luster, sharp strikes, and minimal marks, and coins graded MS67 or higher by PCGS or NGC can command values reaching as high as $69,000 in auctions and private sales. These exceptional coins are seen as trophies among elite Morgan collectors. Designed by the celebrated engraver George T. Morgan, the obverse of the coin features the head of Lady Liberty facing left, wearing a Phrygian cap adorned with agricultural symbolism like wheat and cotton. The reverse of the coin showcases a majestic American eagle clutching arrows in an olive branch, framed by a wreath and topped with the motto "In God We Trust." This powerful design reflects America's identity as a strong and free republic, one rooted in both peace and strength. The coin contains 90% silver and 10% copper, with a diameter of 38.1 millimeters and a total weight of 26.73 grams, making it not just historically important but also a physically substantial piece of U.S. currency. Minted primarily in Philadelphia, no mint mark, the 1886 Morgan silver dollar also has rare varieties such as proof strikes and specific die varieties that further elevate its appeal. The Philadelphia Mint struck over 19 million coins that year, making it seem like a common date. However, finding examples in gem uncirculated grades with booming cartwheel luster, perfect eye appeal, and no bag marks is extremely rare. In recent auctions, specimens certified MS68 have sold for $69,000 or more, especially if they possess a clean cheek on Liberty's profile, which is often the most scrutinized part of the coin during grading. Many of the 1886 Morgan dollars entered heavy circulation, especially in the American West, where silver dollars were used in everyday commerce. As a result, circulated examples are plentiful, but true uncirculated coins that sat untouched in bank vaults or collector holdings for over a century are the real treasures. These coins, preserved in original mint bags or hoards, now carry significant premiums in the collector market. Coins with exceptional toning, natural rainbow colors that form over time on the silver surface are especially prized, with some toned examples fetching even more than their white-lusted counterparts. Another fascinating aspect of the 1886 Morgan dollar is its connection to America's economic history, particularly the Bland-Allison Act of 1878, which required the U.S. Treasury to purchase large quantities of silver and convert them into dollars. This political push, influenced by Western silver miners, resulted in the mass production of Morgan dollars, many of which sat unused for decades. In the 1960s, when the U.S. government released hordes of uncirculated Morgans from Treasury vaults, collectors discovered which dates were truly scarce in high grades. The 1886 coin remained one of the standout pieces for its beauty, condition, rarity, and place in this historical release. Certified grading plays a crucial role in establishing value. Coins graded by PCGS and NGC in MS65 and above are dramatically more valuable than lower-grade examples. For instance, an 1886 Morgan dollar in MS65 might fetch $300, $500, but jump to MS66 or MS67 and the price can soar to several $1,000s. At MS68, which is near the absolute pinnacle of Morgan grading, the value explodes to $69,000 or higher, especially if the coin has strong eye appeal, satiny luster, and perfect strike details. Coins designated with CAC Certified Acceptance Corporation green or gold stickers often add further market desirability, indicating top-tier quality within their grade. Collectors also seek out VAM Van Allen Malice varieties, which refer to minor variations in the dies used to strike Morgan dollars. These include double die obverses, repunched mint marks, or distinctive die polishing lines. Some 1886 Morgans have fascinating die features that make them popular with specialists, while not all VMS command high premiums, rare and dramatic. Varieties combined with high grade can push the coin's value far beyond normal levels. Today's collectors often build Morgan dollar sets by date and mint mark, and the 1886 issue is a critical part of any complete collection. A beautifully struck and well-preserved 1886 Morgan not only fits neatly into such a set, but often becomes its shining centerpiece. Advanced collectors sometimes assemble monster toner sets, showcasing coins with vibrant blue, gold, or purple toning from album storage. Others pursue proof-like place or deep mirror proof-like DMPL designations, traits where the coin's fields mimic the reflectivity of proof coins. These can also reach massive values, depending on grade and appearance. Owning an 1886 Morgan dollar is like holding a piece of America's Gilded Age, a time of railroads, expansion, political change, and massive industrial growth. The coin has survived more than 135 years of history, and its relevance has only grown with time. In an era when digital payments dominate, the tactile presence of a hefty silver dollar reminds us of a time when real money clinked in pockets and carried both financial and patriotic weight. The 1886 Morgan embodies this spirit better than most coins from its era. Investment-wise, the Morgan dollar series has long proven its value. Prices for top-condition coins have steadily increased, especially as global demand rises and more collectors enter the field from countries like China, Canada, and Australia. In 2025, coins like the 1886 Morgan continue to command strong premiums, and prices are expected to rise, particularly for coins with limited supply in high grades. Auction houses like Heritage, Stax, Bowers, and Great Collections consistently report high hammer prices for standout 1886 Morgans, especially those with superior eye appeal and registry quality status. For new collectors, acquiring an 1886 Morgan dollar offers a gateway into the world of U.S. numismatics. It provides access to a storied coin with deep history, bold design, and tangible value. For veteran numismatists, the pursuit of a perfect specimen, whether for a registry set or personal pride, remains an exciting challenge that continues to drive the market forward. In conclusion, the 1886 Morgan silver dollar isn't just a coin, an American icon with its classic Liberty design, historical importance, and increasing scarcity in high grades. It's easy to see why this coin can reach $69,000 in today's market, whether you're a seasoned collector or a newcomer with a passion for history. The 1886 Morgan stands out as one of the most desirable and valuable pieces in U.S. coinage. If you're fortunate enough to own one in exceptional condition, consider grading and preserving it. It might just be one of the most valuable pieces in your collection.